National Judicial Competition, or NJC, sponsored by the YMCA, brings several hundred students together from across the United States to participate in either a model Supreme Court or mock trial competition. Minnesota is host this year, and I sat down with Orville Lindquist, the state program executive, and several student participants to learn more.
This is year 11 of NJC. First 10 years were either virtual because of the pandemic or in Chicago. So this is the first time it's been in Minnesota and the first time it's been anywhere other than Chicago. Our Capitol complex and all of these great buildings are perfect. We have lots of space, it's beautiful space, it's accessible space, so we can bring these young people here and they can have a real life, true to life experience.
What do you hope that participants of this program will glean from this experience?
I hope that students learn a lot of things that help them be successful in their adult lives. Things like working together, being responsible for something like, in this case, their arguments, their presentations, knowing their facts, public speaking, and yes, it's about the law. I want people to learn and understand the law and legal process, but we're not training lawyers necessarily, although a lot of these kids may be lawyers. This is less about law and more about things that help people be successful in life.
Now, you mentioned that kids are coming from all over the nation for this, and so there's a good, a chance for kids to get to know each other. How important is that to kind of bring people together from different walks of life and have sort of a shared interest in something?
So we've got 201 students here and about 70 adults. Camaraderie is important. Being connected with different people from different parts of the country with different viewpoints is so important. It's always been important. It's really important now in a fracturing world. And so these are opportunities to build personal and social connections, as well as building, work, skill-based connections that happen in the courtroom. So there's free time and fun time, and then there's courtroom time, and all of that comes together in really, really important ways. That's why it's important that we're physically together in a great place.
What made you decide to be a part of the National Judicial Competition?
Well, I've always done mock trial throughout my state, and I felt like taking this to the next level, but also being able to see people that come from different areas. Like, I haven't met anybody from Minnesota or Michigan before, so just being able to talk to those people and kind of understand that we have this common interest is what I really wanted to have, and that's why I came.
I actually competed at NJC last year, except it was over Zoom, so it was definitely a very different experience. And I think that I just really enjoyed my own state's, we call it our model convention, where we competed like the same sort of activity. And I just really wanted to get back, especially at a national level, and meet new people. And the experience I had last year from NJC especially helped that, just being able to see so many different sides, and just meeting new people is always great.
Are you doing the appellate court or the trial court, and why?
I'm doing the appellate court, and so Pennsylvania, actually, in our youth and government program, our judicial branch is only the appellate court, and for the past couple years, that's what I've been doing. I started there in 9th grade as an attorney for 2 years. Then in my junior year, I became a justice, and this past year at our convention, I served as Pennsylvania's Chief Justice. So just sticking with this thing, it's always been so just exciting for me, and I do thoroughly enjoy just listening to arguments, and especially helping people see their confidence and see how they grow throughout the program.
I'm a part of the mock trial court, and I've been doing that since my freshman year in high school, and I'm about to be a junior.
Do you think that your experiences here will lead you to pursue education in becoming a lawyer?
I think definitely. I think this community does a really good job of getting people interested and making them feel connected to what they're doing. So I definitely feel connected, and I feel like this is something that I could excel at, as an adult.
What's your pitch to students who may be on the fence or who are just learning about this opportunity now? Why should they come and be a part of something like this?
I think it's important for you to just try, and it's something that if you don't cast your line, you're never gonna hook a fish. And I hooked a fish with NJC and mock trial, and it's something that's been really important to me and I've loved. So I'd say everybody take that chance, be confident in what you do, just give it a try.
I think that it's mainly just you never know what's going to happen, so just not giving anything a try, you can't gain anything out of that. In my 10th grade year, actually, I almost quit our youth and government program, but 2 months later I was back in, and then I just became Pennsylvania Chief Justice, and now I'm here as a student chief, and it's just been so incredible what all the youth and government program has given back to me.
How do you think what you've learned from here will help you in your adult life?
I think transitioning into that, a lot of the communication skills I have come from this program, especially presentation and just interacting with people, and especially serving as a justice, I've been able to just kind of sense people better and be able to just get a sort of idea how people interact with each other and how our own connections will be like.
I've learned that I can prepare and be well prepared for court. I've also learned that I'm good at doing stuff on the fly, and I can trust myself to make the right decisions when I'm doing my mock trial.
What kind of impact does a program like this, or at the state level, the Youth and Government program that happens annually every January, have on those kids who participate?
What I hear from my alumni, they learn more about how to do their jobs and how to live their adult lives through programs like Youth and Government and NJC, almost than they do in school. And I'm not denigrating public education. A lot of my best friends are teachers. But schools do one thing. They have one track where they're teaching skill, they're teaching knowledge. At a place like Youth and Government where it's experiential, they practice these things. They don't just learn, they practice. And then they put the principles into practice.